Hello YouTube, I'm Chelsea Souter, and I just wanted to talk today a little bit about skill versus talent. And while I do that, I'm going to sew some Velcro on these little bows for my daughter so I can put them in her hair. So I'm making this video sort of as a rebuttal to Kathy Hayes' video titled There's No Such Thing as Talent. And I agree wholeheartedly with her point, her overall point of the video, which is that you shouldn't compare yourself to others in a way where you're saying, oh, this person is so talented, I could never do that thing, I could never be that good, I'm not that talented. Because that's a very useless thing to say or to think. So I completely agree with Kathy's point of the video. I just want to sort of expand, it's more of an expansion than a rebuttal, I guess, because I feel that there is such a thing as talent. The problem comes when people conflate skill with talent, and it happens all the time, and in pretty much every arena I can think of. But I think it's important to note that talent does exist. There is an innate ability, I guess, that some people have and others do not in certain areas. I would like to give an example because I think it would help illustrate my point a little better. I am not talented at sewing. Not at all. My very first sewing projects can attest to that. They are just awful in almost every way. But I am talented at ice skating. The very first time I put on a pair of ice skates, I think I was 10, maybe 12 years old, and it came so naturally. I got out on the ice and I was like, oh, this is easy, this is wonderful. It was like Harry getting on a broomstick for the first time. I felt like I was flying, and it was amazing. And this talent is apparently not entirely genetic, because my brother, who was trying out ice skates for the very first time along with me, had a terrible time and kept falling down and got really mad at me because I never fell down. I just skated, and I was like, this is so great, what's wrong with you? I couldn't understand why he was having trouble. So I would say that I am talented at ice skating. Now, I have not in the intervening, 18 years or so, developed my talent for ice skating. Had I wanted to, or had my parents had the resources at the time to give me professional ice skating lessons, I might have been a really good ice skater. Who knows? But I didn't really want to be an ice skater. I just wanted to skate for fun, and that's all I've ever done. I still enjoy skating. Don't do it very often. But that talent was not developed. It could still be, certainly. It's not like, it's too late or anything. I could still take lessons and learn how to do exciting things like skate backwards. I don't know how to skate backwards. Or do jumps or spins or any of the cool things that people do in figure skating. Or I could, become a speed skater or something like that. But, like I said, I have not developed that talent in the intervening years, which is fine. I have, however, developed my skills as a sewist, as a costumer, and as a researcher also. That's a skill. So I have become much better at sewing than I am at skating because I've taken the time. And now I think about it, I probably started sewing about the same time I started ice skating. I was about the same age. So I've had the same amount of time to develop both the skill and the talent, but I haven't. Well, I haven't one of them, the other one I have. So it's about where your priorities are and where you put your time. That makes you good at something. So, that's all I wanted to say, is that there's such a thing as talent, and it's okay to let that talent go to waste, as they say, if it's not the thing that you're ultimately into. But you must always remember that any skill that you learn, you're going to start at the very bottom and work your way up to the skill level that you want to be at. And that can be tricky sometimes when you're really, really skilled at one thing and then you start a new hobby that's somewhat similar, but you're starting at the bottom of this one and you want to be up here because you're out here at the other one, but you have to start and you really have to work at it and get, and put the time in to get there. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Until next time.